Right, hello everyone. Welcome to Wheel Spin Racing League, round 3 of the season. We are at France just like they have been in real life. It's going to be a great race. I can feel it in my bones. So, we are going to be looking forward to. We got a few missing. That's the first thing I'm going to say. There's been a few of them have been actually been at the real life Grand Prix. So, it's um, it's a shame really because one of them specifically is one of the guys fighting for a championship, so it is a bit of a shame. But we're still early doors, so I'm sure we'll be able to make it up. But there we have it. What's happening? People are dropping out. What's going on? Just joining into WRL a second, see if there's something been put in chat. Um, Alright, we will start at 6:05. If it doesn't work, you may have to set up a new lobby for them to rejoin. I've had this happen to myself, unfortunately. Okay, I think then we're getting a new lobby, even though there's still loads of people in here. But is T-Red's one of them? No, they're all leaving. There we go. Excellent. Right, okay, it's going back a little bit, guys. So I'm just going to go back to silence for a moment. Just bear with us and we'll get going as soon as possible. Um, okay, I'll join back in a second. Right, okay. Hopefully no more problems, as T-Red said. Thanks for the invite, T-Reds. Helped me getting in a bit easier. Um, yeah, reminder, choose the right team, guys. We definitely on short qualifying, T-Reds. Is that right? Last time I looked, there was 17 signed up, so I don't know if any's pulled out, maybe. It would help me, actually, if we're on short qualifying, so I don't mind. So I've got another race at 8, as usual. Right, then, let's get the stream open. Hey, Matex. Hey, Gaza. Hey, Checo. New lobby. Checo? Where's Checo? Checo, which one are you? You're clearly in the. You're clearly one of the drivers. Matex doing a little dance. I will try to get a good result for the home race. Yes, Matex. Bit of a boring one at Francis today, wasn't it? Apart from watching Leclerc spin, That was quite funny. Unless you're a Ferrari fan, obviously, then it's not. Good to see them doing free. They're closing that gap a little bit, I think. It's still a way to go. Hope I don't do a Leclerc, says TTV Glads. Yeah, it's yeah, well, he's showing all the in recent races. He's showing all the signs that he's going to be bottling this championship, and it's there for him to take, or it was. Now he's going to have to fight Max all season, but he should be flying. Yeah, Glads, I agree. I've always been a Ferrari fan. I wouldn't say they're my favourite team. McLaren are probably my favourite. I've always had a soft spot for Ferrari. Ever since the day was when I started watching Formula One. Well, the earliest drivers I can remember in Formula One when I started watching, but was Gerhard Berger and Jean Alesi. We're driving in from the furthest back I can remember. Oh, Matex was happy today. He's a Red Bull fan. Yeah, I got no issues with Red Bull. So I'm a McLaren fan, really disappointed to see them this season. And as much as I love the guy, I think Ricciardo needs to leave. He's not helping the team at all. I'm not saying give up on his F1 career. Perhaps he just needs to move teams, but for whatever reason, it's just not happening for him at McLaren. Let's not forget he still managed to win a race last season, even though he was terrible all year. But yeah, Red Bull looking strong. Don't think they'd have been over the moon seeing George Russell overtaking Sergio Perez. As we are readying up then, guys. The countdown has started. It's going to be interesting. So we are on a short quali. We've got exactly 16, so yeah, it'd be well, technically one would get eliminated. I don't know if there's any more joining, but we are going short quali. The late start helps me out in a way, so. So here we go into qualifying. A chance with a couple missing today for reserves to show what they can do for guys that maybe don't normally have a chance at a podium to see if they can pick one up. We've still got some fast guys here in mind, don't get me wrong. We know Glads is fast. We know Shamrock's fast. Tommy Real is a quick boy. But there's plenty of others. In all fairness, looking at it, Matex without a doubt. See, Reds has had his day as well. Mind, he's had some good days, so I've be up there as well. I'd say it's a chance today to maybe pick up a podium. I will, just while we're waiting, and people have got to do the setups before they get on track and everything. Let's just go into the Discord quickly. I'm still unable to get slides up for you for standings. It's been a real pain. My light stream, even though I'm still paying for it, doesn't actually work on 22 still, which is a bit annoying. Oh, look at that rain. It's just it's a little bit wet, guys. Hope you brought your umbrellas. So, anyway, I'm just going on Discord and I'm going to bring up standings. So, here we have. That ain't the standings. Have they not been updated since from last week? I can't bring you standings, guys, because it doesn't look like they've been updated from last week. Mr. Bossman, if you're listening, you sort that out. That's no good. How can I tell people who's top? Right then, let's just have a quick look. Gaza, let me know, are you still out there? Are you still out there with the stream on? Let me know. So here we go. With the heavy rain. Right, let's get the details up so I can see who was actually first out. That's enabled. Oh, look at the Mercedes. Soap McPhoenix. He must have dropped the soap and made the track a little bit slippery there. Well, he didn't hit anything in a way, so he's fine. Right then, who's actually first? Oh, it was them. It's them. It's Matex. In his beautiful Williams. Fantastic looking car. Just wondering if Tommy Real rejoined. Sorry, Tommy, I didn't notice you left, so I didn't know to send you an invite. Obviously, I don't know if anybody can tell me in chat that might be in the pits at the moment, whether it's are we wet all weekend or is it a dry race? It's a dry race. They're going to be on dry setups in the full wet conditions. So what is going on here with this camera? Rather, look at that from Cody's, just looking at a building. Terrible camera. Let's go on board then with Matex. For a lap of this. I know people give the French track a little bit of jip, actually. Say it's a boring track, boring race in real life, but actually on the game, it usually provides a really good race. So that's what we're hoping for today. My favourite parts of the season, actually, this chicane. Great chicane. Just see, it's struggling a little bit to get on the power at the chicane. It's to be expected in these conditions. Just getting their foot in at the moment. All the drivers will be doing this, just getting their foot in, finding where there's grip, finding where it could be a bit more aggressive, and where they really can't. And that's one of the places as he goes round. He spins it, and he's got some. There's an Aston Martin on the way round. You might just want to wait for Aston. Oh, there was two Aston Martins running right next to each other, actually. So the one I was particularly looking at was this man. So this is a new driver to me. It looks like it's Nok Chow or Nok Chai. But clearly he's just going to get caught. As invalidates, unfortunately. And I don't think Reds was just on an outlap. Anybody else who's coming round next? It's a Merc. Not Simlino, it must be Soap. Out of the final corner then, it looks like it's going to be our first proper time on the board. As he crosses the line, it's a 150.1, but Curly quickly betters that straight away of 48.8. You can expect to see these in times improving all the way through the session if it's going to remain in these conditions. Interested to see what they do. Some people like to fuel to do a couple of laps, 2-3 laps, and then come in for a new set. Personally, Ida North now goes quickest on a 47.5. Personally, I prefer just to fuel the car to do the whole session. Stay out there. Tommy Real's just on an outlap, actually. There's a Ferrari on the way round. That is Ghost Rider. He heads to the line. It's a 49.8. Just puts in P4 for the moment. And across the line. Didn't get a proper time on the board. Drunken Shamrock on an outlap. Tommy Real. Very early on in the lap. I think the two Astons are coming back round again by the looks of things. So Nolk is first. Sorry, so not cross the line. 48.2 goes P2 for the moment. Reds meanwhile goes P7. Oh, we've lost Soap. Oh, where is he? I think he's out the final corner. Oh, I don't think we're going to get him. I think he's probably going to get cleared before the Idle North comes into the pits as well, so we're definitely not going to get to see him. Come on, guys, don't you want to see the wreckage? Well, it's been removed now, so it's too late, isn't it? This is the Ferrari, then a Ghost Rider, already back round to complete another lap. As Tommy Real goes quickest on a 46.6. 9 tenths faster than Idle North. It's P2, but as I say, those times are likely to be coming down continuously through the session. Ghost Rider crosses on a 52.2, no improvement there. And the McLaren boys, Tesco is invalidated. The other McLaren of Shamrock. Heads down to the line, so he's going to go pretty high up. So, well, maybe not. It's a 49.1, puts him up to P6. Christo's out there now. Oh my word, here we go, there's another one. Piccoloco in the Red Bull. Heads on to the final straight. .47.3 puts him up to P2. Nice lap from Piccoloco. So, got a few. Oh, who's these guys? This is Sky Pele, he's on an outlap, but this is Tommy Real. Whether he's continuing on, I'm not sure. Looks like he probably is. Although no, actually, his fuel light's flashing a good one, so he must be coming into the pits. And indeed he does. Let's go to Christo then, in the Ferrari. He's heading around the long left. Oh, he's doing that row again. There we go, that's better. Oh, he runs out wide. Managed to get down in. Let's say if it's dry race, then it's going to be... everybody's going to be running dry setups here, so it's going to be difficult. And into the pits he comes. So that was a bit of an anticlimax. So let's go. Heading down towards the line. 49.9 goes P10. I see Glad still sat in the pits. Out on track, trying to get used to it. Sky's got a way to go. Way down. Sky Pele. Of course, this is a feature of the 22 game. Qualifying, it really does. It's really difficult to earn your energy back in qualifying for some reason. I'm not too sure why this is. Sky Pele's invalidated there, so let's go to Simlino, who's early on in this lap, so we can get a better view of a more fuller lap, if you like. Yeah, I'm not too sure why they've done it, but it's really difficult to earn back any energy even when you switch it off, so which must surely be a glitch. But I didn't think of the fact that yeah, of course it's going to affect sweat running, isn't it? You're going to have to do cooldown laps if you're going to stay out on the tyres. So we watch Tesco then in the McLaren. Over the track is going to cross the line. They've all come to the pits, so let's go. Trying to see seconds to his PB now. I reckon he's probably on for an improvement, I would have thought. During these conditions, the car doesn't travel anywhere near as far in 20 seconds as it does in dry. I think he's on for an improvement, isn't he? 49.9 at the moment. Heads for the line. It's a 49.2, so improves by 6.5 attempts. Goes up to P9. Nice job from him. Simulino's invalidated. Any of these guys out there? Piccoloco's well down. Idle North is down. Stupid camera angle again. Let's go with Naught Chai then. Let's ride on board with Naught Chai. Naught Chai, a very unusual name. I've been trying to work out if it's an anagram. But if it is, I can't work it out. Down through the chicane in the middle of the two straights. He didn't enter the chicane too well, just affected his exit a little bit. Initially got on the power okay, but then had a little bit of oversteer. 4 attempts up through the second sector. So now he's heading towards a time that's going to rival Tommy Rill a little bit, so if he can improve a bit more through sector 3. Pretty good through there, puts on the power well. Over to the right hand side if possible. But, pretty good through there as well, hugs the inside, gives him a nice wide angle into the final corner, and will allow him to get on the power much better. So, did he improve in the final sector? I think he has. It's a 46.6 and goes fastest by just over half a tenth to Tommy Rill. So nice work from Nook. Who we've got then? That's a Ferrari. So this is Ghost Rider. Oh no, it's an outlap. Apologies. We've got Glads. He's on a lap and he's coming down round towards the end of the lap now. So let's go with him. Glads. Just this sweeping right-hander. It's not really a corner, to be quite honest with you. To the left-hander. Everybody else takes out as far as I can before a break. And then looks like he gets nicely on the power out of the final corner. Heads to the line. He's going to go high up. In fact, he takes provisional pole by nearly 2 seconds. 1.8 seconds. That's a nice stats at this point. Not going again. Who's this? This is Piccoloco. Idle North. Tommy. Okay, Tommy's improving. 1.1 seconds up in the second sector. That puts him on target for a 45.5, but if he can find some more time in the final sector, he may be able to challenge Glads a little bit. So heads down. Real goes fastest then on a 44.3. Takes it to wow, that was a huge improvement in the final sector. So is this an indication? I think it is an indication that the track is getting quicker. Look at Ghost Rider, he's a second and a half up as well. Is anyone going to risk a set of intermediates if they're still in the pits? You could try it. Don't know, it doesn't look to me like it's intermediate weather yet, but that's a 2-second improvement from Ghost Rider up to P7. Curly, currently in P10 on a 48.6. Oh, he goes straight into the pits, so they're not going to have time to get out again. So that's the end of qualifying for those guys. Got Naf and Romeo coming round, if I can find them. That's Idle North, who's 7 tenths up. So he's challenging Nook here. You only need to find a bit more in sector 3 to challenge Nook for P4. It's a 46.5. He does indeed go P4. Baron of Tesco has invalidated. He's got plenty of energy, plenty of fuel, so he's going to make it round for another lap yet. could be good for him, actually. It does appear that the track's improving all the time at the moment, so I want to be last over the line to start a lap, really. Reds is on an out lap, my apologies. Let's go to the Ferrari. Who's that Ferrari? Tommy Reel's retired from the session, knows he can't get out again. This is Ghost Rider. I would imagine it's just doing cooldown to try and gain some energy back. He's invalidated in a way, so it doesn't matter. Okay, this is Drunken Sh. He's on intermediates, but he's 1.1 seconds down. Now, I thought somebody might try it. Now, tyres-wise, he's trying it, and Christo's trying it. Why not? It could pay off. Now, it's not working this lap for Drunken Shamrock, but the next lap could be a completely different story. It's very slow out the final corner. Doesn't look like it's quite there yet. Could it cross over during his lap? Christo is also coming up towards the line. They've timed it pretty late, so they've given themselves the best opportunity. So we may as well go with Drunken Shamrock, but no, look at this. It's still too wet, unfortunately. There, let's go to Christo, see if he has better luck. Looks like... Sorry guys, I'm just going to switch to Pick a Loco. He's heading round the later part of the track now. Oh, excuse me, I just forgot that my Alexa machine's on. I need to switch her off. Local on the straight now, heading down towards the line. Across the line, it's a big improvement. 45.5 puts in P3. The Red Bull's P2 and P3. Reds is still out there, but he's invalidated. Right, Tesco comes into the pits. What about Christo then? No, you can see it's not working. It was worth a shot, I think. It was worth a shot for Shamrock and Christo. Why not give it a go? It could have paid off big time. So, just unfortunate that it hasn't. I think then that is going to be it. Christo doesn't have a time on the board, so if he just completes the lap, then he'll definitely start P14. Yeah, it will be P14 by the looks of things. So there he goes. Gains a place just for completing a lap. Similarly, no, didn't get a time on the board, nor did Sky Pele. Sorry guys, if there's a... I didn't realise I'd forgotten to turn my Alexa machine off, so I do apologise if there's been any issues with the stream, although I must admit it's running perfectly on my phone. But there we have it. So anyway, so Tommy Reel takes pole, Glads P2, Piccoloco P3, Matex 4, Idle North 5, Nook in 6, Ghost Rider 7, Reds 8, Sky Snizzle Me Dizzle in 9th, Curly 10th, Drunken Shamrock 11, Tesco 12, Soap McPhoenix 13, Christo 14, Simlino and Sky Pelly didn't get times on the board and will start P15 and 16 respectively. So, well done to everyone for getting through that session. Apart from Soap, had a little crash, but you got a time in first, so didn't do too bad. There we have it. So we move on to the race parts. We'll take a quick break, guys, but it'll be a 50% race around France. Hopefully in the drive, we'll find out when the grid comes up. But I'm just gonna... Oh, it's just about to come up, is it? Will I even be able to see it? Can't remember. Ooh, it looks overcast, is all I can say about that. It doesn't look like we're about to have a completely rain-free session. But we'll see. Anyway, I'm going to grab a quick coffee, guys, so I'll be back in just a moment. Bear with. Okay, everyone, so off we go then for the formation lap. Details up. Just check the tyres. So look at that, pretty much the whole field on medium tyres. There's just a couple of opposites. Junkin Shamrock in the McLaren and St McPhoenix in the Merc have opted for tyres, but everybody else on the mediums. So there may be a large part of this race that is a case of how far can you push the mediums. I don't know if we're expecting rain. I've not had any. Oh, Maytech saying he has a rain set up. That's not good. So I've got a feeling we are expecting rain. He didn't confirm that for me, but I do have a feeling that we're expecting rain. Because, well, just look at that sky. Completely overcast. So I think what we can read into Maytech's comment there is that he may struggle at the start, but hopefully it'll help him later in the race. I actually did a race last night, Tier 2 in Arc, that was full wets to start, went to intermediates and then went to dries right close to the end. And I must admit, I used a full wet setup, and it was at Spain, I got absolutely murdered on the straight every single lap, and I regretted it from the start. So I think I need to work on my wet setups, because clearly high downforce isn't the answer. One guy was actually 1.2 seconds behind me when we entered the straight, and he still overtook me. That's how bad I was getting murdered, basically. So just coming around to the start there. I'm just going to switch it to just to help me with the start. Okay, so off they go. It's a terrible camera. God damn it, Cody's. There's the two Red Bulls fighting off the start. Can we get an out? Still got a terrible camera angle. Oh, we've lost one. We've lost Idle North. And Sky Snows, and we got Dizzle's round as well. So maybe contact between those two. But Snizzle with Dizzle's back going. But Idle North, unfortunately, will play no further part in this race. As we can now go to the broadcast cam. Thanks, Cody's. Loved that at the start. As Curly makes his way past Ghost Rider into P6. It's where we're going to find out, maybe. It's actually in these early stages before DRS becomes active. We may find out who's gone wet and who's gone dry on setups. This dry setup's likely to be a lot quicker in a straight line, to be honest. Welcome, but my experience of them. Oh, hang on. Sorry, that was a Ferrari. Looking around the outside of Reds. It's Christo. Oh, he's doing it again. That Ferrari's eager to get past, isn't he? He knows he's got pace. So, predict a stop strategy, medium to hard. It's pitting between lap 12 and 16. Nobody started on soft, so we're not looking at any two stops. The only thing that may cause a two stop is it as a perfectly timed safety car. As Cody's given me another horrendous camera. So, Atex in the early stages just finding himself a little bit alone, falling off the back of the top three, but comfortably ahead of Nulk at the moment, so it's really won't mind that if he's on a wet setup at this point of the race. Probably wasn't affecting too much. Just looking at Reds, he has gotten away from Crystal a little bit now, and there's 3 cars. Look at these guys, wow. How close can you be? Shame to lose Idle North straight away from this race at turn 1 and 2, but since then, standard of racing has been exemplary. I've not seen any silly moves yet, and that's good to know. That's really going to get on my nerves, guys. I'm not going to lie. That camera angle is going to really get on my nerves. Just after the early pressure from Cristo, he's now applying pressure to the other Ferrari. He's sandwich at the moment. Lag going on my screen. So, DRS is now active, not on this straight, but it will be later in the lap. But of course, Ghost Rider also has DRS off the back of Curly. However, Curly doesn't. He's vulnerable. What was that? Man, it's a bit better. Oh, Ghost Rider runs wide, and Reg takes full advantage and moves into P7, and he's just about got the 1 second gap. Oh, but he's round. Oh, Reds. Oh, he's clattered the, well, that might not be good for Reds. He's clattered the, hoardings at the back of his car, and he's picked up a 10-second penalty for exceeding track limits. Well, hopefully, with any sense, that will get removed by the stewards if he requests it. That car is, it looks to me like Soap is lagging horrendously. Look at it. Oh, Soapy boy, you gotta do something about your internet there, lad. That is lagging terribly. Pele won't be overly pleased with that. They're still going. Yeah, no, he has. Reds has picked up rear wing damage, I'm sure of it. I think we might be seeing him retire in the pits. Tommy Real goes fastest. He's created a 1.5 second gap to Glads at the moment. It's a good start to the race from Tommy. Meanwhile, the Ferraris have swapped places. Cristo, at the moment, looking the faster of the two, and is really getting after Curly. So, yeah, as predicted, Reds is into the pits and retires from the French Grand Prix. Said we saw him spin round, and he did clatter the hoardings with his rear wing. And I can vouch that on F122, if you've got rear wing damage, it is like Bambi on ice out there. It's just impossible. Kind of the complete opposite to last season, really. Last year's game, where, you know, a bit of rear wing damage you can manage and you got around alright, but front wing damage you had to pit. It's complete opposite this year. A bit of front wing damage, you just carry on. Whereas rear wing, it's retirement. It's not, you just can't do anything with rear wing damage. So, just the way it is, unfortunately. Red's car I do wish they stopped that from happening now, because Red's car has come out on track. So it won't cause any problems. It's an AI car. It's not going to cause a safety car or anything. But just a bit silly, isn't it? If surely Codemasters can stop that happening. Anyway, we've got this queue of cars which is formed behind Maytex, who's currently running P4. As we know, Maytex put in chat that he's got a wet setup on. I think that is what's causing this. See, Nulk is the car directly behind. If we go on board with Nulk, come round. Yeah, so let's go on board with Nook here. A bit far back here, so we may not be able to get a move done down into the chicane. It's going to be right on the back of Matex. Ooh, got a little bit out of sorts. Almost steering on the approach there, under braking. So, closes the cat right up. So, this train is going from Matex in P4 to Christo in P7. Then there is a bit of a gap to Shamrock, but then he's got his own train from P7 to P11. So we've got two trains, cars have appeared now. Them all close up on each other through that corner and break in. Oh, it just looks like Christo might be able to get a run on Curly at the final corner here. It does to me. I think Christo's got a run here. Through he goes. Fantastic race from Christo so far. He's driving absolutely brilliantly. Up into P6 he goes. Moved on way one. So Piccoloco has picked up a penalty, and Sky's Nizzle Medizzle also. So we return to Matex then. It just shows the lack of pace he's got at the moment. He's falling 10 seconds behind Piccoloco. But at the same time, you've got to say fair play to him because he is defending well. This is clearly where he's incredibly vulnerable, and again, Nulk does not get anywhere near close enough to make a move. And he's going to come under pressure from Christo. Because Nulk retires for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Well, I mean, what on earth is that all about? He's just completely retired on track for absolutely no reason. Well, I don't know what that's all about, but I can tell you for certain that T Reds and Bob Dylan and the admins are not going to be happy to be seeing that. One, why? And two, if something's happened, we all understand that things could happen, but if something has happened, just make it round to the pits and pit, and then retire. So you're not doing it right in the way of people. But regardless, Christo's race continues to get better and better. He's now up 9 places. He's absolutely flying towards the driver of the day. Shout. So, and there we go. Christo straight through on Matex. Nothing Matex could do. Christo is now up into P4. He's up 10 places. He's absolutely flying in that Ferrari. Now, bad news for Christo. So if anything, I'd say the sky looks a bit brighter at the moment than it did earlier on. Probably about the same, but you have it. I'm assuming if Matex is, as he said in chat, got a wet setup on it, he's probably running like I did yesterday at Spain, a high downforce, which means he's catching low through the corners, which is great, but getting murdered on the straights. So look at this. Let's go on board with Matex. He's got DRS now. Christo does not have his energy switched on, and he is still getting away from Matex gradually. It's a good thing here for Matex. He can keep catching through the corners and get DRS on the straights, making it really difficult for Drunken Shamrock to do anything about him as well. You have to say that Christo is driving spectacularly today. Just looking around now to see if we got any other battles going on elsewhere. The other Ferrari of Ghost Riders close to the back of Curly, who's struggling at the moment to be within a second of Sky's Nizzle. Me-dizzle. So I think that's going to be our next one. As you can see, Maytex just drops away from Christo, and then all of a sudden, through the chicane, makes up 3 attempts. See the difference in setups. Quite interesting, as Ghost Rider then does go up the inside of Curly. So head down to the sweeping right-hander, flat out right-hander. As you can see, Ghost Rider just confirming that place as Curly runs wide. While trying to get that back. Glads is into the pits. Into the Red Bull box. On go to Hards. He's pitting really early. So this is strategy from Glads. He wants to try and force an undercut here by pitting early. It's not a sudden reaction to a safety car. Bad news for him is that there is car after car. And that he's going to come out in traffic, so it's not ideal, really. Curly as well decided to pit there. And has gone back out. So here we have it then. So now Christo is up into P3. He is still dropping back from the leaders. His mission at the moment, he would love to get Maytex out of the 1 second gap. Maytex is desperate to stay in that 1 second, because as soon as he falls out, he's going to be cannon fodder for Shamrock. Snizzle with Dizzle picks up 3 seconds. Oh, Shamrock then. Look at him on the back of Maytex. Did he have a bit of contact there, or was that just a little bit of lag? Not entirely sure. Looked like it might have been a little bit of lag to me. But, switched them. So, Maytex has fallen out of the 1 second, but quite substantially to Christo. So Shamrock, well, into the pits comes Maytex then. So Maytex taking a leaf out of Glads' book there, and opts to pit earlier, perhaps to force a bit of a undercut maybe. Glads then having exited the pits. He's now in P. I was about to say he's now in P9, but he's just gotten ahead of Simlino. Really showing us what those fresh hards are capable of. You know, be wary of that car. Oh, right. Not seen him. Again, I can't go to his gamer card, so something's wrong there. Looks to get a move back on Glads, who just outbreaks the AI. And goes straight through him to retake the position. Oh, dearie me. So Tommy Real reacted to the moves of Glads and Maytex, but yeah, I mean, I don't think Glads has been able to make up anything like enough on his 2 outlaps. Truth of it, he's just been caught in traffic, so there's not really much he can do. He's now stuck behind Soap, who is lagging all over the place. And in fact, Tommy Real has come out of the pits in P2. So, Pickle Loco, the gap was big enough for Tommy Real. It doesn't matter about the overcut. I mean, it would just have to... Pickle Loco would have to pull out so much time here to have a chance of an overcut. I just don't think it's going to happen. Lads battling with Soap. Look at it. Yeah, that's no good. You might just be having issues today or something. So I can't say I did last week's race. He raced last week, did soap, and everyone. Well, it didn't appear to be any issues on screen for me, but he's clearly jumping around all over the place today. As Glads will have a go at Ghost Rider. Just goes to show you the extra grip that those hards have got on him. It does look like a Piccoloco pits, so maybe able to gain a bit of time back through the overcut, but certainly isn't going to be able to gain the position, as Tommy Rill is already in the final corner. Piccoloco heads for the exit. Obviously he's a Red Bull, so he's got a long way down to the exit. Through now goes Tommy Rill and Drunken Shamrock. And through goes Glads. Goes through as well. And Ghost Rider. So Piccoloco re-enters the fray in P5. I just want to check something. Tyres a second, so these early pit stops are suggesting to me that we're definitely not having rain, so we're not expecting rain at all, unfortunately for Matex. Otherwise they won't be pitting, to put it that way, or they wouldn't have started on medium tyres. Christo, yeah, so Christo did pit. I was a bit worried that Christo hadn't pitted and that he just had an incident, but he hasn't. He's still looking fantastic, and the great thing for Christo is he's come out in an absolute abundant amount of space, so an overcut for him could work really, really well. So move a bit further into the race. Ghost Rider, that has Simblino, as we know, is in AI, so you may as well just take him out of the standings altogether here. Ghost Rider yet to pit off the mediums. Drunken Shamrock up into P2, yet to pit, but started on the hards. So you would presume that Shamrock's tactics here will be to keep pushing those hards, keep pushing them out, extending the stint on them to hope for a safety car that will play into his favour. And then at some point, he'll obviously, if it doesn't happen, he'd have to pit in a way. I think at the moment that's probably what he's looking at doing. Matex and Curly are battling away. For goodness sake, Coders. So just see, really difficult, Matex. And the problem is, he didn't pit from that far down the order, but it just shows how the setup is affecting him through the race, because the majority of drivers ahead of him have now pitted. P4, P5, P6 are yet to pit, so they're the ones we're looking at, really. The guy 2 positions ahead of Matex is still yet to pit as well, so that's something. But I would suggest that Drunken Shamrock, just kind of doing the maths a little bit in my head, but Drunken Shamrock up in P2 looks like he's way too far ahead. So let's battle down. Sky Pele picks up 5 seconds. So a couple of pit stops happening. The AI of Simlino is in. Curly, no, not Curly. Sky Pele is in. So Matex going down towards turn 1 now, so he gains those 2 places. Just take a look. Not seen Snizzle Me Dizzle very much. Seen his name come up a couple of times. Christo gets out of sorts. Luckily, Snizzle Me Dizzle reacts to that really well. Could easily have ended up going into the back of Christo then. As Christo got out of sorts, but he reacted really well. Dealt with it, and on he goes. Doesn't seem able to gain too much with DRS at the moment. And Christo runs wide again. Christo just looks like he's struggling a little bit on hard tyres. We know the tyres are tough when you first come out of pits, but Christo hasn't done that. He's done 3 laps now. But hard tyres, like last year, they can still take 3 or 4 laps to really sort of dig in and become a really decent tyre. So could be a bit of that. Although, of course, Snizzle and Dizzles are a lap younger again, so I'm not sure. Both out of energy. So it's a good little on board that. So, a couple of mistakes from Christo. Perhaps he's just making mistakes. He's under a lot of pressure. So that was a good on board. Bit of running there. Might as well go back to it as well. Oh, and Sky Snizzle Me Dizzle, you should be giving that place back. You've got to give that place back, Snizzle. Yeah, no, that's naughty. I'm afraid as soon as you get that a warning come up, in this case a penalty, you should give that place back, Mr. Snizzle. In fact, if the stewards look at it, you may end up getting a further penalty for not giving it back. And the way they see it, Christo has a go into the chicane in the middle of the 2 straights. I understand that Christo wants to get back past. He's got things going on a bit further up ahead as well, with Ghost Rider still to pit, Drunken Shamrock still to pit. He's in that picture of those cars, so you can understand that Christo wants to get past, but at the same time, Christo, don't ruin your own race by being too eager. Snizzle Me Dizzle's got a lot of penalties. Into the pits then comes Soap McPhoenix and Ghost Rider. So it's like Ghost Rider was in first, so Ghost Rider coming out. I think he's going to beat everyone. Is he? No, there is a couple going to go past. So Sky and Christo go past. But, he's going to have better tyres. And Soap. Soap exits now, so he does fall behind Matex, but Ghost Rider able to get the jump on Matex through the pit stops. So then, nearly everyone, only one left to make a pit stop, and that is Drunken Shamrock, currently running in P2. As it stands, if he pits, he will come out in P4 anyway, comfortably. So it'll be a job well done today from Drunken Shamrock. His first stint on hard, it just goes to show if you can push tyres out longer than what the strategies say, that it can pay off sometimes by doing that, and it's definitely doing that for Drunken Shamrock. Let's give him a nice clear track to run on. He's currently got Glads on the back of him. Let's move to that because we've barely seen the front runners, to be fair, throughout the race. Glads. Stupid camera again from Cody's, but Glads does get the move done into turn 1. But again, it's no real issue for Shamrock. He'll just keep doing what he's doing. He may even decide to push these hards out to a point where he could pit for softs instead. He's just gone see-through, hasn't he? Not sure. Oh, it's definitely see-through, isn't it? Says he's offline. I'm going to send him an invite just in case he's lost connection. I'm not sure though. So then, Pick a Loco is effectively just waiting for Jumping Shamrock to pit. And there is Shamrock rejoining. That's important. I didn't actually notice that he left, but I saw that it was ghosting. And he needs to get back in that car before it reaches the pits, because it will pit for him. It does, look, see, the AI comes into the pits. And I don't think Shamrock would have been doing that if he was there. It's going to stick him on mediums to the end. I think if Shamrock was in control of that car, he would have stayed out and just waited for a safety car. And if that safety car didn't come, he'd have nipped onto Sauce for the last 6 laps or something. It's not the end of the world. As I say, he's going to come out in P4 anyway, so it's really not the end of the world. Make sure, just do a little trip through everyone, just make sure everybody else is with us. Definitely saw that Shamrock joined. Ah, there he is. There he is. It's solidified now. So just do a little trip through everyone. Make sure that everybody's with us. Look at Soap's car, look. It's lagging all over the place. So I can imagine there's going to be a complaint or two about that one in the Discord after, maybe. As I say, I didn't notice it last week, so perhaps it's just having some issues this week. Ghost Rider bearing down on Matex. It's going to run out of tarmac, I think. Don't want to stick it in there. I wouldn't stick it in there. Oh, look at Simlino's car flying up the inside. Losing the place to Matex again. Oh, look, it's the dive there from Ghost Rider. I think he maybe noticed that Matex ran a little bit wide and sort of took the opportunity to dive up the inside. But that's a good move from Ghost Rider. And up into P9 he goes. I think maybe the ghosted car was putting Matex off a little bit there, if I'm honest. We've got another battle has materialised as well. The fresh tired Soap that Phoenix has caught the back of Curly. Of course, he's lagging all over the place, but he is really on the back of Curly, and this is for a position. Let's go to Curly because we might get a better shot. So Soap opens up the DRS then. Curly, if I was you, just stay in a straight line, mate. Don't move. Look at it. He went off track then and then just reappeared back on the track. But Soap and Phoenix then up into P7. Gets that move done. The thing is, on his screen, it probably looks like he's absolutely fine. Nothing's happening to him. I used to have the issue myself when I very first started league racing. My pathetic internet at the time. It's still not great now, but it's a lot better than it was. My issue is that I live in a very rural area, not urban, so I'm afraid out in the sticks we kind of get forgotten about a little bit with these internet things and that. So Christo then still trying to do something about Sky Mid Snizzle Me Dizzle. What is this camera? Look at this camera. Look at it. There's no cars over there, mate. Let's go on. Alright, there we go. Switch then. Sky. We may as well keep an eye on this. The things at the front four are just pretty much decided, really. Tommy almost 6 seconds ahead of Glads, who's done 2 extra laps on his tyres, so it's going to find it difficult to weak into that gap. Pick Loco on younger tyre than Glads, but doesn't appear to be catching, and is 12 seconds behind in the way. Drunken Shamrock 13 seconds behind Pico Loco on brand new fresh mediums, but that gap's not... It's come down a little bit since he pitted, but not very much. Of course, the first outlap he'd have had to warm the tyres up, but Tesco takes a late pit stop, sacrifices position to go on to soft tyres. He has come out right behind Sky Pele. Doesn't seem like we're getting anywhere in that battle. Let's just go to Tesco, because he has come out then on fresh softs. He'll still be getting a much temperature, but he is keeping within a second of Pele. Yeah, Pele's with us, so with the fresh soft tyres and DRS, Tesco makes that position back up pretty comfortably. And up into P12 he goes, but the bad news... Well, there's good news and bad news, Tesco. Simlino is 36.5 seconds up the road. The good news is he's been in AI for the whole race, so he won't be classified. So technically you're currently running in P11 and Pele's currently running in P12. Anything else going on? No, even the gap one we were watching, Christo's just dropped out as 1 second now. I may be wrong in saying this, and if I am wrong, Simlino, I apologise, but I feel like this is the second week in a row that Simlino has been in AI the whole race. And if I am wrong on that, Sim, I do apologise, but just going off a vague memory from last week. All in all, though, I know I'm not summing up already because we've still got 6 laps to go, but all in all, I have to say that the racing has been absolutely fantastic. Want to know what happened to Nork? I have no idea why he's retired out of the race. Nothing happened to him. So, well, if he did that in the league I run, he'd be in big trouble. Let's put it that way. I'd ask why, but see what he says. But he would be in big trouble for that. I'm afraid to say, guys, I think we're going to struggle for battles now. Probably right the way through to the end, because I can't see any way where somebody's going to gain on the car ahead of them. We do have a set, well, that could do it. A set to 1 yellow flag, and it's Soap McPhoenix. He's off track, he's on track, he's off track, he's on track, he's off track. I think he was genuinely off track that time. He's back on track. Oh, now he's halfway around the next corner. But this is quite entertaining to watch, at least. Look at what Maytex has got to put up with here, trying to get past him. If we can't have a genuine battle, then this is something to watch in a way. See, he's got Soap McPhoenix ahead of him, lagging like absolute mad, and he's got a car that's been in AI the whole race, running on his gearbox. I'm sure he's absolutely loving himself out there. Loving it, loving it, loving it. I'm just going to slip my phone on charge. I can see you guys are stuck with me for the race. 8 viewers out there, so thank you very much to all of you. See, you're not a chatty bunch, but thank you very much for staying with me. Could be that it's mostly the racers, of course, so that would explain why they're not chatting. Anyway, as I say, we are struggling a bit for battles. This is Simlino's AI having a go at Maytex. I'd be on it. If I was Maytex at the end of this race, I don't know whether I'd be annoyed, angry, or just exhausted. I honestly don't know. I think it would be a mixture of all three, to be honest. But Look, here goes the AI again. Yeah, I'll go past you, mate. Before anybody says it, it's not an overpowered AI. It's just that Matex is running a wet setup, so he's particularly slow on the straights. So what you'll find is the next time they hit this set of corners, Matex will go back through him again. I was going to say past, and I thought no, it'd be through. That was so put the in foreground there. Oh dear. I don't know if Bob Dylan or any... I don't know if they're still getting back from the French Grand Prix, or even still there. So, I'll make for an interesting watch, mate, when you get back. Hope you enjoyed yourselves, you guys that went to the French... I can remember it was Bob and Winter Place, but I can't remember who the other one was. But I hope you all enjoyed yourselves and had a good day, good weekend, whatever it's been, however long you've been there. Soap. Is on the Ghost Rider's turn to deal with this. If you look at it from Ghost Rider's point of view, look, this is what Ghost Rider would be seeing in his mirror. And the truth is, you just don't know, because all of a sudden his car could come up and it's right next to you, alongside you. You just don't know where he is. He's going for an overtake. Look, look, suddenly he's jumped ahead. This is insane. And then he's heading off the track. Then he's in the middle of the track. So, yeah. So you're a good racer, mate, and everybody's be happy to have you on track, but you need to do something about that, because that will ultimately today it's been. Yeah, I don't think it's affected anybody's races really. Probably been a bit annoying for them, but ultimately at some point it will. So just remember, the guys in 11, 12, 13 are all running a place higher, because Simlino won't be classified. Just looking elsewhere, have we got anything going on? Not really. I think so. Maybe catching Curly. Drunken Shamrock's not really been able to make any inroads into Pick a Loco. Christo is gradually dropping off the back of Sky Snizzle Me Dizzle, but Sky has penalties in a way. So I think let's take a look at the penalties then. That'll be the next thing. So 3 seconds for Pick a Loco, so nothing that Shamrock can gain off there. 15 seconds for Sky means he's going to drop. Well, amazingly, I think he's only going to drop. It's really tight. He's either going to drop 2 places or 3. But it's actually Soap is within a couple of tenths of the 15 seconds. Although saying that, Soap's got 3 seconds of his own, so I think it's Snizzle Me Dizzle just dropped the 2 places. Scratch that. No, he won't, because Curly's got 9 seconds, so he's only going to drop 1 place as it stands right now. So, I mentioned Curly and Soap. Ghost Rider also has 3 seconds. Simplino will not gain any places due to that. Matex has 3, Tesco has 3, Sky Pele has 11. So we'll keep those up on the screen to the end now. Let's just take a look quickly. I'll go back to penalties, but I just wanted to double check the position changes. Shamrock up 7. Snizzle Me Dizzle up 4. I kind of want to do 2 drivers a day. I kind of want to do a first half of the race and a second half of the race kind of thing. Because for me, Christo in the first half of the race was absolutely outstanding. It's just, I think he's just failed to get past Snizzle Me Dizzle and has just sort of decided to just be happy that he's going to take that place anyway on penalties. He's going to end up 5th, which is up 9 places from where he started. So a brilliant result for Christo is going to be. Other than that, Shamrock, I think also is very deserving. I mean, Tommy's dominated as well, so you can a leader that dominates is always going to be in the mix somewhere. I am just going to go down to we're going to watch him again. There's Soap again, because he is right on the back of Curly. I will switch back to our leader before he crosses the line. So I'm going to give you some action wherever we can. So it shows how dominating the top two have been here. They are currently in sector 3 already. These guys in P7 and P8 just crossing the line to start their final lap. So just shows you the sheer dominance. They've only lapped up to and including Tesco, I believe. We will go back to Tommy Rill though. Tommy then heads towards the final corner. It's going to be a fantastic victory for Tommy. He's always in with a shout of it. He's an extremely quick driver. He's always got a chance. If he's on the grid, there's always a chance he's going to win no matter where he starts. Glads takes the fastest lap in the end. Here's a bonus point. Piccoloco round the final corner. First time I've seen Piccoloco drive, and it's been a good drive. Takes final podium position, P2, P3 for Red Bull, so an outstanding performance for them. Drunken Shamrock out of the final corner now, and will take a fantastic P4. Outstanding drive from Shamrock. Snizzle me dizzle heads down towards the line. Again, done a great job, but it's picked up a lot of penalties, so it'll be Christo who takes P5. And Sky will finish P6. Soap lagging his way to P7 in the end. That's a little lag just before the line that was at. Up 6 places, so a good race from Soap. Curly P8. Simlino's AI gets promoted to P8 but won't count, so Curly would be P8. Ghost Rider P9 and Matex P10. I think it just swaps Ghost Rider and Matex around. So yeah, I think it has. So I think Matex would be P9 and Ghost Rider P10. Gives driver of the day to Soap. I'm afraid I've got to disagree with that one. Soap did do a very good job, made up a lot of places, but and I'm not punishing him for the lag. He, you know, at the end of the day, he's still driven the race. But I just don't agree with the game on that one. He would be my third place for driver of the day. I think driver of the day today needs to. It's out of 2 drivers. It's between Christo and Drunken Shamrock for me. But on this occasion, I'm going to give my commentator's driver of the day to Christo. So congratulations to Christo, with a special mention for Drunken Shamrock. There we go. Congratulations as well, of course, to Tommy Rill on the victory. CTV Glads on the P2. And Piccoloco, first time I've seen him drive, takes the final podium position. Glads nicking the fastest lap on the final lap. His boss might be asking where that pace came from on the final lap. Don't save it till then, lad. Just to confirm then, so Shamrock 4, Christo 5, Snizzle Me Dizzle and Sip, Soap P7, take Lino out of the equation, Curly 8, Matex 9, Ghost Rider 10, Tesco 11, Sky Pele 12, everybody else retired from, well, I say everybody else, it's only Nork Reds and Idle North. Idle North was right at turn 1 and 2. T-Reds took a whack on his rear wing on the barrier and then retired in the pits, which was completely understandable. I saw it happen. He definitely had rear wing damage. Nork, I'm afraid that needs looking into. I had no idea, unless there's already a comment explaining it in chat or he's messaged someone. He needs to explain what's going on there. That was naughty. So there we go. That is the French Grand Prix round 3 of the season. Let's say Unfortunately, the standings weren't updated, so I couldn't let you know. But I know Glads is putting up a very strong defence to his title as our current champion. And P2 today would have only cemented that further with Tommy Real, the man winning the race, who was reserving. So, if anything, I'd say Glads is the big winner out of this today. So congratulations there. Other than that, guys, I've not got a load of time until my next one, but just to say that I'll be live again at 8 o'clock for HRF1. Please feel free to join in. That's Australia. Other than that, as always, guys, a massive thank you to everybody that's watched live, and everybody who watches the stream back as well. It's really, really appreciated. So thank you ever so much to all of you. Just a quick summation of the race. I think no safety cars at all was a great plus point. All in all, I thought the standard of driving was outstanding throughout, from what I saw. So well done on that to all the racers. And in the good part, we generally had a battle going on somewhere. There wasn't very many laps where we didn't have something to watch. So in all, I thought that was a really good race. So well done, World Spin Racer League. And we'll be back next week at 6 p.m. And I will see you then. As I say, I'm back live at 8 p.m. if you want to tune in for that one. So I'll see you then if you fancy that. Other than that, good night all. Enjoy the rest of your